Men. What harsh reality did you discover at 30? Story 1. Learn to be comfortable with your own company. You're the only one living your life. Ultimately, the only experiences that matter are yours and what you learn from them. Be adaptable, don't fear change. The moment you stop learning and adapting, you start slowing down and dying. Age doesn't kill you, mental and physical inactivity do. Story 2. Your 20s mattered. Young people need to hear this. Don't buy into the silly media propaganda that says you're young and should just explore yourself. Its goal is to keep you naive and distracted. Explore but prioritize. As cliché as it sounds, time is your most finite resource and it's truly scarce. Story 3. The women I chased in my 20s weren't worth it. The ones I thought weren't worth pursuing back then are now far more attractive. The hottest girls from high school aren't attractive anymore, but many of the average women I overlooked have blossomed into beautiful women in their 20s or 30s. Everyone peaks at different times. Story 4. I wasted so much time worrying about things that didn't matter when I was younger. Over 90% of what you convince yourself is vital doesn't matter to anyone else. At 30, I broke up with my girlfriend and described my 20s as a giant catalog of mistakes, one after another. Then I got my act together. Learning to care about what truly matters and not trivial nonsense was a major turning point. Story 5. There will come a time when your parents age and need your help, whether you want to give it or not. Watching your mom or dad decline into someone you barely recognize is one of the hardest things you'll experience. It's heartbreaking for you and humiliating for them. Being there, not just physically but waking up at night to change their diaper or help them out of the tub, will bring you comfort in their final years. Don't forget the people who raised you. Story 6. Some people may need you, but that doesn't mean they love you. Just because they need you doesn't mean you have to stay. Some struggle to prioritize themselves and pour effort into supporting toxic friends, family, or partners. No one will break their back for you like you do for others. Save some of that energy to strengthen yourself. It'll preserve your sanity for you and those who truly deserve it. Story 7. You'll be undervalued by more people than you expect. The hardest part is you can't fix this by isolating yourself. You need a balance between being open to others and protecting yourself from being taken advantage of. Learning to stop wasting time on people who don't value you or exploit you is tough but pays off immensely. It took me a while to recognize this, but my life is so much better now. Story 8. My parents didn't know what they were doing, and I mean that in the kindest way. When they were my age, they had a 5-year-old and a 7-year-old. My brother and I would argue with them, saying, "It's not fair, you're making up rules as you go." Of course they were. At 38, I'm more aware than ever that I'm just a kid in an adult body, battered by the real world, dumb bosses, bad luck, unhealthy relationships, and the occasional hard-earned win. I'm pretending to know what I'm doing, hoping I'm right. My parents were doing the same. They were shaped by their own struggles, which sometimes led to mistakes in how my brother and I were raised. Realizing this helped me let go of resentment and repair my fractured relationship with them. I was angry at people who were doing their best despite their own traumas. It was their responsibility but not their fault. It's just tough for everyone. Story 9. The hardest realization was that I caused my own depression by lying to myself. I always felt like a victim of circumstances beyond my control. I've learned to accept my mistakes and proactively steer my life toward where I want to go. I consciously choose to be at peace with what's happening, even when I don't like it. That shift in perspective has helped me immensely. Story 10. Your body recovers slower, and you're more prone to injuries from things you could easily do in your 20s. You might develop intolerances to foods, dairy, spicy, acidic, and have to adjust your diet. No amount of money, possessions, or connections can stop the universe from throwing endless, unrelenting challenges at you. Swallow your pride, adjust your aspirations, and accept the world as it is, not as you wish it to be. Live one day at a time and accept that you're smart enough to feel uncomfortable, but it's not always your job to fix everything. Story 11. How you look at 30 has a lot to do with how you lived in your 20s. I'm 34 and look younger. Many of my classmates look 50 or older. Take care of your body in your 20s and you'll feel even better at 30 than you did at 20. Story 12. Death is real and universal. Time waits for no one, it's the truest truth. But death scares me less than aging to the point of losing normal function. Watching my father-in-law develop Alzheimer's and decline over a few years was the scariest thing I've ever seen. The idea of going from fine to unable to walk, talk, or feed yourself is terrifying. Story 13. Recognize toxic people, friends, family, or acquaintances. They'll only drag you down. Trust yourself and surround yourself with people who challenge you positively. Misery loves company. Stop making excuses for toxic people to keep them as friends. They'll tear you down emotionally and harm you long term. I have a coworker who criticizes my progress. I eat healthy, go to the gym, and went back to school to change careers. He says I look overweight or too skinny, that the gym isn't giving me world-class bodybuilder results, and that going back to school at 30 is a waste. For years I brushed it off as joking, but he's jealous and mean, making me doubt my choices. I stopped casual talk with him, keeping it professional. Now he wonders why I'm quiet and don't chat about non-work stuff. Story 14. Time slips away. You know it in your 20s, but you feel it at 30. You watch your parents age, your kids or others' kids grow more independent. The years feel shorter. After New Year's, you're buried in work and suddenly it's February. Some feel motivated to seize the day, others get sad about time passing. Either way, you feel it more at 30. Story 15. I used to have a mantra, I'll be better every day in every way, aiming to become extraordinary in mind, body, and spirit. I couldn't stand the idea of being average, so I was desperate to stand out. I thought once I was amazing enough, the world would be mine to save. It's never that easy. A life of ambition is a constant battle against randomness, and you're never good enough. You can make mistakes and get worse even in moral ways. I'm human and I'm not the only one striving for excellence. That said, I should revisit that mantra. Story 16. You can still live carefree at 30. Your options are still vast, and a healthy person shouldn't notice much decline. At 40, you realize your options narrow, injuries take longer to heal, and you need to be more cautious. It's not too bad, but it's humbling when athletes your age retire. You think, I could have done that if I'd focused. It's strange realizing your athletic prime has passed, though non-elite athletes can still compete at 40. Story 17. For single 30-year-olds, your friend group starts to shrink. It's a tough transition. Your friends are still your friends, but as they marry, have kids, or move away, the group you had fades. It forces you to be more independent, which is good, but I miss that social life. It also changes how you view dating. I'm looking for a partner and friend, not just casual hookups. That's probably a good thing. Story 18. At 30, you realize your time and energy are finite. Friends drift away, health needs more attention, and your career won't magically take off without effort. It's a wake-up call to prioritize what matters and let go of unrealistic expectations. You learn what truly matters: Video game achievements, clothes, your TV, or your social media image don't. Most people don't care about you, and you don't care about most people. For social health and most things in life, quality beats quantity. Story 19. You're not cute or funny. Single women looking for a relationship at this age want someone financially secure enough to not worry about work. Insurance is a must and always costs more than last year. Floss daily after every meal. A car is just a tool to get from A to B. Being free of car payments is great. It's not about how hard you work, how smart you are, or how talented you are. It's about luck. As someone famous said, you can make no mistakes and still lose. That's not weakness, that's life. The truth of those words grows with time. Story 20. Many people who spent their 20s chasing money, getting ahead, or saving now regret not having more adventures. I wouldn't trade my 20s for anything. I went to house parties, sang karaoke, made lifelong friends, and have memories that'll last forever. I'll never have that energy or free time again. To anyone reading, don't listen to those people. Make mistakes, go drinking, skinny dip. The key is balance. Story 21. I'm over 40 and can count my true friends on one hand. Others are friendly, but we'd drift apart if we didn't work together. My high school best friend and I don't talk anymore. We have nothing in common. The same happened with a college best friend. I was his best man, but we drifted apart. We chat occasionally, but it's surface level. Sometimes I feel lonely without a local friend group. My friends are scattered worldwide. I'm married to a wonderful wife, but I crave social interaction with friends. I imagine this is common among men, maybe women too. Story 22. Almost everything is propaganda. Your career isn't your identity. People don't think about you as much as you think. Actions reveal the truth. Trust them over words. Happiness comes from within. No one can make you happy. Pain is the cornerstone of growth. Time is your most valuable asset. Boundaries matter. Keep your inner circle small. Separate your personal life from work. Your body will fail faster than you'd like. Money isn't easy to come by, power is fleeting, and there's no real support beyond yourself. If you don't do it yourself, no one will save you or do it for you. Story 23. As a man, you must be selective about how you express emotions. To family, partners, coworkers, or friends. You lose credibility if you're unstable. Your kids expect you to have everything under control. Women don't find overly emotional men attractive. You won't get promoted to leadership if you can't handle bad news or feedback calmly. Friends stop inviting the guy who's always a mess. Don't suppress all emotions, go to therapy. It's like routine car maintenance to prevent a breakdown. Don't broadcast you're in therapy, but if asked, be honest and confident. Story 24. Realizing the gravity of a permanent injury or incurable illness is a gut punch. You're used to thinking you can heal, learn, or make choices to control things. But once your body is damaged enough, that's with you forever. Mental health and personal issues don't resolve themselves. It takes hard work, humility, and reflection to address deeply rooted flaws you've likely accepted as part of you. Smoking and drinking add up. Some peers who smoke and drink heavily look 10 to 15 years older than me. Story 25. I got depressed when I turned 30, thinking my youth was over and I'd achieved nothing significant. Then I realized everyone feels that way and 30 is just a number. I have more peace of mind now than in my 20s. Kindness and forgiveness are superpowers. Once you're comfortable in life and gain skills to be a leader and decision maker, you realize true social power is helping, growing, and supporting others. You can make the world better for those around you by doing your part. The urge to force things or be seen fades. It's a hassle with no reward. You stop seeing problems as personal attacks and view angry or hateful people as kids in adult clothes, wanting to comfort them instead of fighting back. You focus less on needing things for yourself and more on building for yourself and others. Story 26. Approaching 30, I made a drastic career and education shift, changed my lifestyle, and committed to being direct and honest with people. No more hiding in my head. It's been monumental for my marriage.